Hey guys, here we are in week 2 of our TEMS 303, and I thought I would just go over a little bit with you the module 2 stuff. So, what I wanted you to do is to get a little more familiar with Google. If you are not, if you are familiar with it, then this is just going to be a review mostly. So, I've had 3 videos here, and you'll recognize this guy here in the middle eventually because that is John Sawash, and I would recommend everybody to start following John Sawash. He is one of the premier Google trainers in the country for educators, and great information. He's very up to date on stuff, just really great stuff. If you end up in a Google district, which still in my mind is probably your best bet or your most obvious bet, again, because most of the Google product is free, and that is always the right price for K-12. So I'll have you look at these 3 short videos. Just take a look at them, and then create yourself a Google account for this class. So if you already have a Google account that is, I guess, right for this class, that's fine. But if you're still using your, Pixie92 at gmail.com from when you were 12 years old, maybe we'll get a new one here and, a little more up to date one, I guess, maybe. Once you get your own Google account, then I want you to enroll in my Google Classroom. You click on that link and I'll take you to my Google Classroom. Not a whole lot going on in there yet. I'll let you know that, but that's just, I want everybody to get enrolled. And once you get enrolled, we can start doing things in there. We are eventually going to move away from Canvas, and we're going to run the class in Google Classroom. And I want you guys to get some experience with it from both sides, as a student and as a teacher. Some of you guys mentioned that you did use it when you were in school, or you have used it since then. So that's great. I just want to give you some of the tips and tricks and things that we use for that. And again, it says examine the video and documents provided and get an introduction to some current schools of thought regarding technology in the classroom. Even though this is a technology in the classroom class, I am never going to tell you that technology fixes all foibles. I never want to throw technology at something just for technology's sake, or just to be able to say that we're cutting edge or whatever. There is a proper use for technologies. And a big part of what I want you guys to get out of this class is to figure out, is there a proper use for what I want to do? And how do I get there? And how do I find out about it? Because there's no way that we could make this class something where you become the expert in all of educational technology. Because, here we are in January. By the time we end the term in May or April, there's going to be new stuff already. So you never will know everything. But what we need to figure out is, how do I find out stuff? And how do I use new stuff? There's going to be some pros and cons in these articles and in this short video. And then I would like you to find, in addition to the resources I posted down here, I'd like you to find one more pro technology source and one more con technology source. At least one of each, and use those in writing a 1-page position paper. Something that reflects your educated thoughts now that you've seen a bunch of things on technology in the classroom. Now, I'm not saying that what you're going to see here is going to change your mind, but perhaps what you see is going to help you, get some concrete information to help me see your side of how you feel about technology in the classroom. So it's just a simple position paper. I mean, we're not doing a whole lot of, format and all that. It's only a 1-page. What I do want you to do, because we're using Google Docs to create the paper, I want you to go ahead and you can download it and then upload that into Canvas, just because we haven't done much training on the Google Classroom yet. So I don't expect you guys to all know how to use that yet. So I'm going to just say, go ahead, you make a Google Doc, make your paper, and then download it as a PDF, put it in Canvas. Then, here's the fun part. I want you to cite your sources using the Explore function in Google Docs. I'll give you a hint because I kind of want you guys to figure out how to do this. You might need to use YouTube or the Google Help section or something like that. Part of what I want you to do is to figure out how to figure it out. But I will give you a clue. The Explore function, when you get a Google Doc, is going to be down here in your bottom right corner of your doc. So I'll give you that much of a hint. You can change your styles of footnoting. I would like you to do it in Chicago style because I'm a social studies guy, and social studies old timers like Chicago style. You might need to dig around and figure out how to do it, but I really would like you guys to try to figure that part out on your own. And I'd really, here's the thing. If you don't figure out how to do it, you're not going to fail. All right. The big thing is let's give it a shot. Let's see if you can figure it out. And if you can't, you can't, but let's try it. That Explore function is going to help your students in a huge way when you have them in class. They're really going to start loving to use it. And that's about it. So you're going to look at these. Now, if you think that you're pretty comfortable with Google, then I guess, you don't have to watch those. They're kind of interesting, but you don't have to. Look through these, look through that, write your paper, download it, turn it in, bada bing, bada boom, you're all done. One thing I want to talk about a little bit is, do we want to start talking about possibly having some synchronous classes? We could do them on a Sunday. We could do them on a certain other day of the week. If anybody's interested in doing that, I'll probably put out something in Google Classroom, actually, of somewhat of a survey to see if anyone's interested in doing it. That doesn't mean you have to do it every week. Maybe we do it once a month. Maybe we do it twice a term, whatever it is. But I know a lot of you were saying that you have a little bit of a problem with asynchronous, and I don't blame you at all. So we have the technology. Why not do a little bit of synchronous once in a while? All right. So think about that coming up, and you'll see a survey probably coming out to ask you about that. And if you have questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later.